Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of PMP's Den of Antiquities. We got the usual suspects here today. We got Drake and Hosk, aka Brad, and Jati, aka JT. Dude, that gave me such a. I was like, "Who the heck is that?" Because I didn't.
Mind twist. Yeah.
I didn't say it like JT. I said it Jati, and I was like, "Who is Jati?" So I was.
They'll never understand what this reference is from.
we have a roundtable sign-up sheet, and he spelled his name funny, so that's the inside joke. But now you guys are part of it,
and that's the end of the story.
Today we are doing a tier list ranking for all the or not all the ships in Star Wars, but a lot of the heavy hitter ships in Star Wars. There's some that'll have honorable mentions, and we'll mention them at the end and stuff like that. But we are going to do 4 categories today. We're going to do Empire, Rebels, Republic, and CIS. So this is Editor Max from the future. Come with me if you want to see the ship ranking tier list. What's going on, guys? So we ended up talking for about like 2 hours straight, and I felt like that was a little too much to digest in just a single video. So we're going to do separate videos for each of the factions, and they'll be out all this week, but I just wanted to let you guys know because I just said that in the video. But thanks for tuning in and enjoy the rest of the tier list. All the Star Wars ships are pretty top tier. Like the designs for Star Wars stuff is amazing. So, and then I think we're going to have Charlie joining us here in a minute. He just messaged me. So we're going to have another guy, but let's get into it. So first, we got the X-Wing. I mean, it's classic, man. So
Instant S.
And I was saying Instant S.
Yeah.
And I was, we'll get to it a little bit into the Republic side of things, but I really like some of like how they went back and kind of did like precursor ships to
the development stages,
the original ones, like because there's a couple that like resemble TIE fighters and X-Wings and Y-Wings. But next we got, so this. It's tough, man. This is definitely one of my favorite ships in all of Star Wars, the B-Wing.
B-Wing is your favorite ship?
Not my favorite. I said one of my favorites. It's hard to nail down.
You have to respect it, though. It is an amazing ship.
Well, it's innovative. I'll give you that.
Yeah, I don't know. The triple cannons drop.
Also the fact that it can
Yes.
It can like turn, it can rotate.
Like, I wouldn't be flying it because I would definitely rip something apart with it, But
it's I like too that you don't really get a lot of background knowledge on it until really Rebels, and this is like the Rebels version of Thrawn's TIE Defenders that have like the hyperspace built into the TIE fighters. So this is like their version. The Rebels version of that, which I thought was pretty cool. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm biased. I like the design. I think it's cool that it can kind of move back and forth. I would give it an A, but what do you guys think?
I was thinking like B.
Oh, I was gonna say don't say C, JT. I was like, don't say C.
I don't think it's terrible. I think it'd be cool, or intimidating, mind you, if that thing was flying at you. It's like turning and shooting all the cannons. That'd be kind of
I definitely think B for sure. Well, not for sure, but definitely not a C because I do love it. Come on, how it articulates and spins around and everything.
It's for sure. It's for sure B. But we'll make Max happy and keep it in S.
Well,
or in between S. Let's settle in the middle.
This will be whatever Charlie ends up putting it as if that's where we'll put it. Charlie,
I'm so sorry. I thought maybe for another day. I looked down at the thing. I'm like, wait, today's the. Oh no! Oh no!
Dude,
Charlie, so just say A, B, or C. Pick
for the B-Wing.
Oh, don't do it. You couldn't tell me what it was.
Okay.
The B-Wing. I'll go from what I played. I'll go with B.
Yeah!
B for B-Wing.
That just closes out. We're done.
Hi, I'm Sarah McLaughlin. Will you you be an angel for a helpless animal?
In the arms of
I remember my days from playing that from the PlayStation. Don't ask. Sorry.
All right, so next.
But Charlie, X-wing and S tier, that's an easy one.
Oh, forgot.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
For Olympics sake,
It's
what's
just
wrong
classic.
with you? Come on.
It's just such a classic.
I
But,
love how the wings go.
especially in Mando, because you get to see them and you get to hear the
Yes.
noise of them when they're trying to pull Mando over.
Yeah.
But
Space cops.
I think I know what
U-wing.
category Brad is gonna put this one in. But what
the
about the U?
So I will say I don't put it as an S, okay, but I feel it's a good A just because it could be cargo, it could be attack. You know, it gets where you need it to go, and it's very maneuverable. So
that's one of my favorite
in Rogue
scenes.
One. We watched it just smoke out as Jeddah is,
Yeah.
But
Well, one of my favorite
I'll let you-
scenes is the minigun with the
Yes.
guy who looks like a
Little
monkey,
guy?
and he's
Yeah.
just like freaking like I forget. I don't know what species he is because that's the first time we see him. But like,
he's just a
he
little
just-
guy, you know.
yeah, he's just going ham with that
Yeah.
machine gun. So that was sick. I think
It's
I
their
second
version
that.
of it's their version of a gunship.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what they're using it for.
Like I said, I second that. I think A is good. I like the design. It's pretty unique compared. I mean, all of them are unique, but it's pretty unique compared to the rest of them.
I think that's fair. A for me too. I mean, I like the prong design too. It reminds me a lot of Sam Wetzel's ship from Attack of the Clones. It's got the little speeder prongs in the front.
Okay, cool. Well, then we will put it in A. There we go. And I don't know why it didn't save my Y-wing. So we'll just say what we think the Y-wing is, because for some reason it didn't save my picture of the Y-wing. I don't know why. But the Y-wing's pretty classic too, man. I mean, it's
a great bomber. I mean, I guess right. It was a bomber.
Yeah,
fire.
bombers. Yeah, you're right. What do you guys
That
think?
was the Gold Squadron, right? They were supposed to do something, but they all got blown up, and then the X-wing had to do the job.
I mean, they're pretty important when it comes to like attack and defense. I think they're slower than the X-wings, but so the X-wings go in first. But like the Y-wings, like anytime they need to attack something and hit something hard, like they're calling in the bombers.
Yeah, I mean, the empty like hollowed out engine thing looks really cool, but
remember
the whole
Clone
like
Wars,
flying in geese formation thing for me is just not doing it. I don't know.
Remember in Clone Wars, we actually got to see it cladded up, with all the engine covers and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the clones.
Because by the time the rebels get it, they're literally sitting in scrapyards. So
they did the same thing with the ATRT, the little mini walkers too, as well. They gutted them up. But I don't know. I'm not really feeling the Y-wing. If it was up there,
I mean,
I'd
if we had to have a
low
C
B.
player, I definitely feel that's maybe we could just drop it there for right now. Somebody's
you guys
we gotta have
C. You guys sipping on that haterade.
I was thinking low B.
All right, let's do low B.
It went the trench run of the Death Star run, so I'm always gonna have a kryptonite for that.
And, Rex flew one, so let's give it a B. I mean,
I would say I would say B. I get what you're saying with
I
the
can't rank it
distribution,
higher
but-
on this tier list because said character flew it. I can't go by that because then anyone can do anything. Technically, Anakin flew Asajj Ventress' ship, right? So
yeah, true. Fair enough.
All right, it's an S. Let's go.
All right, so the A-wing. I have a controversial, or maybe it's not. I don't like the way the ship looks at all. It's fast.
It's a little car.
This
is the
Miata on
Fiat.
crack.
It's the smart car of ships. It's literally the smart car of ships. So,
Viewers, please bear with the Star Wars franchise. I know this tier list can get confusing with the C, the B, the A, the S, and then the ships are also labeled a letter. So please don't.
The B-wing,
the
B-wing had to go to the B.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, they like to keep it simple, but
But they just named the ship after like what it's shaped after.
Yeah, true.
So
True.
I don't know. I really like the A-wing.
Yeah.
I definitely feel it's a high B for sure, and I would even drop it in a low A just because they are pretty wicked, But it is just a support fighter. It's not a, I don't know how many missions it's going to go out and run unless it was going to do like a quick scrape and that's it. But I think there's better ships for that too. But for a good support fighter, I mean,
it did take down the Super Star Destroyer in Return of the Jedi.
Right through the windshield, just done.
Oh yeah.
The right way to do it.
not really intentional.
Yeah.
Regardless.
The controls don't work. I don't know what to do.
Too late.
So what do you guys
I
think?
love how they jump out of the way too. Like that's gonna.
No, it's gonna do anything. Yeah.
I mean, if anything, I think it was smart that they jumped in the little like bunker underneath. I mean, you're still probably gonna die, but that's
With
like
the vacuum of space.
Meanwhile, Akbar is just watching, just like.
That's a trap.
They didn't stand a chance.
You guys said B? You guys thinking B?
Sure.
Or is that too low?
I like it.
Sure.
I'm not putting it. I can't put it above my B wing, man. It's got to stay below the B wing. But,
Oh, okay.
but next we got the Falcon.
Oh, come on. You know where this is going.
So C. Okay. So
Yeah,
next
man.
we got the.
No.
I think you know what, and might be controversial, but I say low S.
I agree.
Personally, I think it's a
I
little
agree
too
with
big. I personally like the smaller sized ships, anyways.
I'm gonna say one thing about the Falcon is the beating that ship could take. I mean, look what Ray did to it. Look what everybody's done to it, especially like in the just all the.
Well,
all the
take it in
sequels and
solo,
stuff. I mean,
dude. Like solo,
Yeah,
it's
solo,
like so
for sure.
clean.
yeah.
And then like from solo to like basically Rise of Skywalker, that ship has been like decimated.
Yeah,
Like,
that's one thing. That ship has been around forever, but so is Luke's X-wing. You know what I mean? So,
true.
well, I mean, I guess the Falcon does predate it a good bit, but yeah, I think S tier for sure. Yeah.
I like how you can definitely live on it. Like it's just a big circular interior. You can. That's a ship you can live on. You can't live in like an A-wing, right?
If I had a good Harrison Ford voice, I'd do that. It made the Kessel Run, and yeah, I'm not going to attempt that, but yeah.
He's like 14. He's like, I made it in 12. So in my personal opinion, and this is going to segue into the next ship, I personally like the Outrider better. It's a little bit more. It's like basically the Millennium Falcon Light. In console terms, it's a very slimmed down version of it. It's more it's like kind of in the middle between like a I would say like a fighter and like a
yeah, it definitely has
break,
more. The guns are harder hitting than what's on the Falcon.
Yeah, I personally too. I just think like as far as like silhouettes go and design, I think the Outrider has a much more appealing silhouette than like the Falcon does, because the Falcon's just basically like a giant circle with two prongs.
What's the Outrider from again? Is that Shadows of the Empire? What is that?
It's so Dash Rendar. It's
Yes.
Dash Rendar's ship, and
Shadows
it's,
of the Empire. Yeah. Okay.
so yeah, it's Shadows.
And it
He's
was
in
in
2
Rebels
games,
too, right?
I
Yeah.
believe so. I
It was
don't
on.
think it's
They
him,
like
but
to
he-
reuse ships. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was on GameCube, and then a couple other consoles and stuff like that. I will
Right.
always have memories of this thing and just obliterating things. So
it's super cool. Like, but personally, I would put it. For me, this is like in my top 3. So I would put it in S personally. But what about you guys?
I'm all about me some Kyle
I mean, I think it
Katarn.
looks
I'm indifferent. I have no idea.
So, but we don't necessarily have to have anything in C, right? We can load this up where we feel it goes.
Yeah,
so,
exactly. C is just
I mean-
there. I don't think we're gonna have any. in
Watch
C.
CV empty.
I think it is for all of them. I just put it there just in case we have.
We can put the rubble of the Razor Crest down there.
Yeah, the pile, the Razor Crest pile with the the spear.
Yeah, dude.
From what I know about it, it's awesome. I definitely love the way it looks.
Yeah, it's cool, especially dude. The custom painting community, just to get on a little side tangent, is freaking amazing for ships. And some of the custom paint jobs that they give the Outrider, like I'll have to send you guys some in the Discord later because like they are so freaking cool. But next we got the Snow Speeder.
So I love this little thing.
Oh,
So
And
is
I
this
really-
a ship though? Is this a ship?
Well, I mean,
it flies, so
It
It's
does,
called
and
the
it
Snow
goes-
Speeder though.
yeah.
well, remember they were tugs, right?
Mhm.
And we adapted them with cannons, and we made them into
Well, also Kenobi too. Like they come
Kenobi.
into
That's what I'm saying.
the
Kenobi's
Visitor,
really got
and then they
really
fly
got
up
it
in
out
space.
there. I mean,
I
I'm
think-
not going to say that this definitely isn't an S class or probably even an A class, but I definitely think it earns its respect in B.
I mean, Luke used it to take down an AT and poor old
Well, I mean,
Dak.
he also used
Poor old
that
Dak in the background. Dak.
Dak's dead. Hey, you're Luke, all right? Say that again.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I think they,
Dak.
I think they would still be classified as a
Okay.
ship though, just because they like they had to like, I mean, not that this really, but they had to adjust them like to the snow, like they weren't designed. So it's kind of weird that they do call it a snow speeder because they're not designed for snow. I guess it's just because it was Hoth and back then things were a little.
I'm always that guy.
I think they were
Actually,
taking
they're
whatever they could get at that
Yeah.
point.
Isn't
But I
it?
think
Yeah.
the thing that bothers me the most is like it's huge. Like a
Yeah,
lot of people
they're-
forget the
they're
actual
big,
size of the
yeah.
thing. It's like almost
But-
bigger than a Jedi starfighter.
But if I remember correctly, that thing was designed as a tug to actually move bigger ships. So it's
Yeah.
like it has a lot of
Thank you.
horsepower.
Thank
and
you. That's
It
all.
would just hit it, hook up the ships and then drag them into wherever they needed to
It's,
go.
it's
So
got
I
big
think that's why-
badunkadunk.
yeah,
It wasn't. Yeah, you're right. It was not designed to be like a fighter, but until the Empire started dropping the AT walkers, are like, well, we can't exactly. We don't have too many ships except
Ain't
for
got
50.
nothing else.
All right, well, I'm
Yeah.
gonna put it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it in B, and then I'm gonna put it in the middle between the A-wing.
Look
just
at
'cause
you.
I don't
He's
like
just
the
trying
A-wing.
to push that A-wing down.
I
Next
am.
thing
I
you know,
am.
just we don't have any more room on B. Let's just drop it into C. I'm fine with that.
Definitely not a big fan. It's the A-wing. If I had to pick a least favorite, the A-wing is definitely my least favorite out of all the ships that are on.
We're glad you didn't run the budget for the rebels. He'd be like, let's just scrap all those.
right?
We
Yeah.
don't
money
need
somewhere
those.
else.
Next, we have the Razor Crest, which is an interesting, definitely an interesting style ship, a new addition to the ships because Mando's new. But where do you guys think that would fall upon the list?
For me, I think I like the Razor Crest a little bit better than the Millennium Falcon, just because
Really?
the weapons locker is cool. I love that there's a
Okay.
bay door that opens, so you can get a dramatic like entrance.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Like that, like the Millennium Falcon's bay door that comes down is cool, but it's like skinny. Like Mando's drops down.
Yeah.
You can
It's like
really
s-
load stuff in. It's like rider, it's like a rider truck,
Yeah,
but it's
sure.
maneuverable.
Yeah.
I
It's
don't
a
know.
holiday special
I-
ship.
I like it in the
Okay,
S
it was
class.
up there then.
Yeah, I mean S class for sure. The thing with maneuvers, I mean, and honestly, we remember how we repaired it. I don't remember what the planet was, but where he smashes it in that little ice cavern with the frog lady.
Oh
You
yeah.
know,
Oh,
and it,
God,
like
yeah.
literally has the windows duct taped together, and
That's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
I like the living capability in the Millennium Falcon better, but I think the Razor Crest just has cooler little aspects
Yeah.
about it, like the carbonite storing chamber.
Yeah.
for
Oh,
bodies.
Well,
Poor
it's
buddy
it's different because like you were saying, JT, the Falcon is like it's like a supply runner, so it's meant to be a little bit more homey. It's meant to hold supplies, and not only the supplies, but the people kind of transporting the cargo. Whereas like the Razor Crest to me seems like he's probably designed it to where it's more bounty hunter-esque, but it seems like it's almost like the Slave One, where it's like designed for transporting people.
He
So,
definitely accommodated it to his own needs for the job.
I can't remember the era that it's from, but wherever he picked it up from, it used to be like a not outer rim, but whatever the outer skirts of a planet, and it was more of like a sentry ship flying around, and they could probably
I want to
move-
say it was
move soldiers
pre-Republic.
out there.
I want to say he said it was pre-Republic. Next, we have Mando's N1 Starfighter, which
Oh, that better go up there.
I personally like it better than the Razor Crest. But the reason why I like it is because I come from a background of like I grew up with like my dad really liked hot rods and working on cars and stuff like that. So this was just like right up my alley. It had like the right amount of like almost like pod racer-esque to it, but like with a ship. And then like I said, my only gripe is when we were talking about it before the podcast went live, is I wish it had a little bit more yellow in it. I wish it wasn't just so chromed out. I wish it had a little bit more color in it. But besides that, I mean, the engine sticking up out of the hood, like, dude, those dogfights in season 3 were
Yeah,
epic.
The
know.
N1 Starfighter is my favorite ship, and it's not on the list, but this is gotta take the cake to I'll deal with it because it is that ship.
I'll just wait.
Um,
Wait down the line. We got your N1 Starfighter a little later.
Oh.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, the whole hot rod aspect, the exposed front hood with the engine.
So does it beat the X-wing?
Ooh,
I think it's definitely up to par, if anything.
Yeah, I don't
that's-
think that it. Well, man.
It's because the X-Wing is
I
such
can
a
choose
classic
between
and
that.
great design.
Yeah.
I would say that I like the
Ty?
Phantom Menace version better than the X-Wing, but I think I like the X-Wing better than the Hot Rod N1.
Okay, well, we'll put it here,
That's
and
me.
we'll say that this is obviously we can't tie with the tier list ranking, but we know in our head canon. And then the final one for the Republic era is the Ghost.
Ooh.
I mean, we have to
Ghost
have
is cool.
something in the C thing, so let's just drop it there. No, I'm just kidding. No,
All right, let's go. Next one.
The
Oh,
Ghost
it
is
won't-
another one of those that
It
is,
won't let me take it out, but we'll.
you know, oh geez, that's where it's living.
We'll-
No, but,
we'll move it.
you know, you have multiple people living on board. It stores a
afterlife.
completely other ship that you can load everybody else into and get off.
Mhm.
It's got armament.
Yeah.
You know, it's. I don't know. To me,
I
it's
would
in
say
that-
top of A.
yeah.
It's stealth too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would
Yes.
say it's the U-wing is like super cool, and I love it. But,
But
like,
this, you can live in this. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? That's
Yeah.
so there we have it for the Rebel